Welcome back, everybody. It is time. It is time to try, once again, to find the truth of this freaking insight. Close enough. But, oh jeez. Oh man, well, obviously last time we got a guilty verdict, and we're trying to figure some things out, and of course, I mean, I was on the right track. I know exactly what's going on here, but the problem is I don't seem to know all the details. And that's kind of part of the problem I'm having here. How are we supposed to exactly do this? How do we do this? I wonder. Maybe... I just wonder if it's the time I'm supposed to do that, though. Okay, I'm gonna say explosion this time?
Objection!
Oh, freaking crud game, I swear. It's like, just presenting the dog is just like a death sentence or something. It's like, what is even the problem here? I swear. I feel like I didn't deserve any of those 5 strikes I got. Maybe one of the 5, but I don't know. I like 1 maximum, maybe 0, and yet here I am with 1 guilty verdict on my belt already. It's like, what the crud even? Your benevolence, there's a glaring problem with this insight. Well, at least we didn't take too long to get that anyway. Also, what did she say? There is. You say that the murder happened around 3 p.m., which is right around the time my client arrived on the scene. However, now that we know what the source of the loud bang is, your insight conflicts with a certain piece of evidence. I suppose I have to ask the obvious here. What evidence conflicts with the claim that the murder occurred at 3 p.m.? Again, it's this.
Take that!
I'll be your guide's statement again. Yes, because to summarize what he said, at around 2 p.m., Shadow was surprised by a firecracker and ran into the palace courtyard. Around 2 p.m.? That's right, 2 p.m. Not 3 p.m. Ah. Are you suggesting? I think you know where I'm going with this. Dad's laugh, the cry of the warbod, and the bang of the firecracker were all heard right before Minister Inga's death. Thanks to Albie's statement, we can put the definitive timestamp on all these sounds. Therefore, what this vision shows is that it's extremely likely that the deceased's final moments were at 2 rather than 3, as we had originally thought. Dare I ask? It means the murder took place a full hour before Dirk entered the tomb. Polkunka! Arng! How can this be? Are you saying that I, the very personification of the law, have been mistaken? Heh, now you see why justice will always prevail. Except when technicalities exist and, you know, stupidity happens in the courtroom, but I mean, I was onto this the whole frickin' time, I swear, and it's like, man, even the 3 p.m. thing, I was onto that too. It's like, oh my gosh, like, it's just the problem of knowing what to present it to. Like, that's the biggest problem with Ace Attorney, I always feel, is when you know exactly what the issue is, and you can't disprove it, because you picked the wrong freaking thing to try and disprove it. And the stupid thing is, the dog could have very easily been valid too. They just decided not to let that be okay, and I'm upset with that, honestly. I really am.
Peace, peace, I say. Now then, defense. I must remind you that the figure of the accused was clearly shown in the vision. How do you explain that?
I wouldn't say it was clearly shown, after all. The figure didn't actually have a face.
Oh, you were absolutely right. Without a face, we can't be certain of who it was.
Furthermore, need I remind you that if the vision is from 2 p.m., Dirk was still with me and Mr. Wright. Which means that this faceless figure couldn't possibly be him.
So then what are we to make of this 1 hour difference?
Wait, 2 o'clock? That's when... My mother's performing the rite of channeling. ... The palace guards had all been reassigned to guard the channeling chamber for the rite. Don't tell me. The royal residence, it would have been virtually unguarded. Which means the real killer could have easily slipped unseen into Mars too.
Defense, are you saying that there's someone disguised as the accused?
That's exactly what I believe, Your Majesty. Preposterous disguises cannot deceive the memories of the dead. The face did not appear this time as mere happenstance. Had it appeared, such subterfuge would have been clear as day. He's got a point there. Anyone knows about the Divination Séance would have tried to hide their face. Nevertheless, our killer openly appeared before Inga. The question is why? Probably to deceive everyone and make us think it was him? Dirk? Apollo. Maybe the killer could afford to be so bold because they knew their face wouldn't show up in the Séance vision. What? It's possible that the killer dared to dress in Dirk's clothes and stand square in front of Inga. Wait, was he saying that, or was Phoenix saying that? Oh. Precisely because they knew they could get away with it. But how can anyone be so sure of something like that? A long time ago, I heard a cognitive disorder. It impairs a person's ability to distinguish between different faces. What? What if Inga had it? Then, are you saying that this is literally how Inga saw the world? Yes, we couldn't normally see through the eyes of others, but in this case we can. And if he had that disorder... Oh. That explains an awful lot, though, too. Purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead. Long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie. That explains that for sure. I imagine this is how faces appear to him in life. Okay, let's just say that the killer knew that Inga had such a disorder. They could definitely use it to pin the crime on Dirk. But if you're wondering about how to prove that Inga had it, you already have what you need. Really.
Well, defense, do you have anything to show to this court?
Yes, I believe so. Frankly, I have no idea what Mr. Wright means, but I'll look at the evidence over again. I know what he means.
What explains the face on Minister Inga's killer is absent in the Séance vision?
It would be this.
A notepad?
Yes, it was found in Minister Inga's room, and it holds the answer we're looking for. As you can see, it's filled with detailed notes on various individuals. What kind of clothes they wear, hairstyles, and the other discerning physical characteristics.
And this is connected to the faceless nature of the killer how?
The vision we saw was exactly what Mr. Inga saw with his own eyes. It is he who saw his killer as a person without a face. In fact, it is how he normally saw everyone around him.
What's this?
I believe Mr. Inga had a disorder that prevented him from recognizing faces. It would explain the faceless being. And why he needed a notepad full of people's physical characteristics. I mean, is that a real thing? I would have to imagine, like, that just means they're bad at remembering how they look, they don't actually see them that way, right? I don't even know. I can't imagine, if that is a real disorder though, I can't imagine how that would even work, honestly, but... Do people with that disorder actually see people in that manner? I really do wonder about that. Now that I think about it, my father was always terrible at remembering people. By simply changing my hairstyle, he would fail to recognize even me. Your Eminence, You knew that your husband had such a disorder, didn't you? I will not admit anything to you. You never wished for it to become public knowledge. But I suppose there is no use in keeping it quiet about it now. It is as you used to say. My late husband had a special disorder that hindered his ability to recognize faces. The medical term for it is prosopagnosia. I don't friggin' know, man. How do you pronounce that? Help. There was a character in another visual novel game that I watched a Let's Play of that had a character with said disorder. Which is why it makes me wonder if that is a real thing, actually, but I still don't know how to pronounce it. Crud, man. So Mr. Wright was right. The memories of those afflicted with such disorders in life do appear strange at times. There is precedence for this. The killer likely knew about the disorder and used it to their advantage. Right, so there's someone who is both knowledgeable about the Divination Séance and aware of Inga's affliction. Your Eminence. Who knew about your husband's condition? A small number of servants who tended to his needs. And me. Surely you are not about to insinuate that I committed this crime. I certainly wouldn't be surprised if you did. Oh, no, Your Eminence, still. Could she have done it? Ron has an alibi, remember? Oh, right. She was conducting the rite of channeling at 2 p.m. In that case... Your Eminence, does Naina know about Minister Inga's disorder? Of course she does! She is our head servant! So as head servant, she knew about Minister Inga's condition. Look, I understand why you would think this is the case, but I mean... Need I remind you, Apollo? Need I remind you about this? Wait. Actually... I mean, this would have been after the murder had happened. It's not like Naina was at the bazaar or something. So, you know what? I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. As a prince's personal attendant, she is familiar with the Divination Séance. These two facts together don't make her a possible suspect. I don't know what would. You witless lawyer, how quick you are to forget the facts. Facts like... When Inga was last seen alive, you claim he was slain at 2, yet that is impossible. For Rafa saw him at 2:30. Except that is the truth. It is the truth. I mean, regardless of what Rafa saw at 2:30, what did happen at 2 o'clock. We did completely forget about that. I didn't forget about that, but I mean, at the same time, though, like, does it matter? There's something that's gonna have to explain that away. No, there must be some mistake. So you see the murder could have only happened at 3 p.m. The hour Dirk entered the tomb, there was no other answer to this puzzle. Why don't we ever get to make up answers like Garan makes up laws? Guess back to square one. Where did we go wrong? I don't think we're the problem. We just seem to be short one piece of the puzzle. Our deductions so far explain everything to a T. Everything except for Inga's sighting at 2:30. I see, and without the final puzzle piece, all our deductions fall apart. Apollo, if Inga's sighting is the only anomaly, we'll just have to find a way to make it fit into the bigger picture. Time to think outside the box then, right? Let's see. It would be impossible to see Inga walking around after being killed. What if there was a way to make people think he was alive even though he was dead? Like a way to make people witness the living dead? Sounds like some kind of TV show. Things like that don't happen in real life. Spirit channeling? Dot 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 dot. Apollo, did you just... I did. I figured it out. I know how to make people witness the living dead. Your Majesty, our deductions weren't wrong after all. Despite Minister Inga being murdered at 2 p.m., he was seen heading into the tomb at 2:30, and I'll tell you how.
I certainly hope you will, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Minister Inga, her benevolence saw was in fact someone disguised as him? Someone channeling him? A ghost or a clone? Well, my idea, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it was someone disguised, you know? I don't know. I mean, Maya was there, but at the same time, like, I don't even know, man. But why would Maya be in on this, you know? Like, why would Maya be, like, literally channeling him? And then, like, hey, I'm here now, whoa. Like, why would she go in on that? Wouldn't make a lot of sense, would it? Okay. But, I mean, that does seem like the plausible answer for this, anyway. Okay, so what I'm gonna do... I'm locking my answer... Okay, I'm gonna do this. I don't see any strikes here, so I'm locking my answer in for someone is channeling him. If I have to present any sort of evidence for any of these joke answers, well, this is definitely a joke answer. I don't know about this one. It's literally between these two, but I'm gonna go with this one. But if they make me present evidence, I'm gonna just back out of it, obviously. So, yeah. Maybe it was a ghost, or even a clone. Your Majesty, I fear this poor lawyer must be feeling ill in his tiny horned head. We should summon an ambulance before it's too late. I swear.
Agreed, your benevolence.
Can't anyone take a joke in this country? It was a joke, was it? For shame. You had me truly worried there for a moment. I'm fine, and I'm done joking around. Minister Inga, her benevolence saw was in fact... someone disguised as him. Someone disguised as Minister Inga. But I saw his face. I have no doubt that it was my father. Then, maybe you have that facial recognition disorder too. That's utter hogwash, hornhead. Why don't you prove it then? Would you really still recognize me with these without these horns? Look you'd make when trying to dig yourself out of a hole with such nonsense. It's forever etched into my brain. I couldn't forget that imbecilic visage if I wanted to. If you don't believe me, how about I yank those horns off your head? Then we'll see. No thanks. I'm kind of attached to them. Okay, on to the next idea. Alright, anyway, the real answer, and I got it right the first time, someone channeling him. It was a deceased being channeled. It's the only way a man who's already dead could have been seen by your benevolence.
Channel, you say?
That's right, and there was only two people capable of spirit channeling here in Khura'in. Bremen's Queen Garan and Maya Fey. Paul said one of them was channeling the minister. It would seem that you were ever bent on making me party to this crime. Prosecutor, what I was doing at 2:30 p.m., the time at which what was I doing at the 2:30, the time at which my husband was seen? Eminence. I believe you had completed the channeling rite, and were having tea with the king of the neighboring realm. There would have been many attendants there, too. Are you to ask to keep up with her schedule, too? What doesn't she make him do? And that leaves only Maya. Yeah, it does. But why would Maya have done it, though? Maybe someone's forcing her to use her power towards nefarious ends. The real killer could have been threatening her. That cannot be. So then, Inga's scream is probably from when he woke up from being called back to this world. After all, that's when the flow of time would have picked back up for him after he died. So Mr. Inga probably leapt to his feet thinking he just had a nightmare, and realized it was almost time for the hostage exchange. He raced out to Amara's tomb, not even realizing he was already dead.
Then... her benevolence really did see a dead man running.
Go figure, right? Ah!
Whoa. Using the sacred power of spirit channeling to commit a crime. How can this be?
The fence calls Miss Maya Fey to the stand, even though she's literally unable to do that, apparently, because, you know, she's in the hospital, right? I mean, I don't know, but I'm gonna call her there anyway.
Well, Your Eminence. We allow a new witness.
It matters not. Either way, this lawyer shall soon know the truth. Yeah, totally. You know, at least you're better than Manfred von Karma. I mean, Manfred von Karma would have been like,
No more witnesses. Perfect trial, perfect case, perfect testimony.
Like, oh my gosh, like, please, no. He will know just how much of an imbecile he is in the face of my infallible arguments. Insult me all you want, witch, but you'll be eating those words when I expose the truth.
Very well, let us adjourn until the next witness is ready.
Yeah. To be continued. I wouldn't have gotten my strikes back, right? I swear if I did. That would have been kind of unfortunate timing, but... Oh, well, what can you do? Actually, wait a second. I didn't even save last episode, did I? Oh, well. It is what it is. It is what it is. Just moving on with it, you know? Moving on with it. I had all 5 of my strikes going in this, right? So I don't even have a way of really telling, like, do I get my strikes back? Oh, well. May 19th. High Court of Khura'in. Accused Lobby. Talk about some really close shaves. Well, you can't get closer shaved than Headsman's brand blades, that's for sure. It's not even over yet, and I'm already exhausted. So you were able to fight back the queen herself in there. Well, maybe with Miss Fey's help, I won't have to keep on playing her game much longer. Too bad Manfred von Karma's not still alive. I bet he would have been a great prosecutor for this country. Speaking of which... Guess a little late to be asking, but... Do you think she's well enough to testify, Mr. Wright? She slept all day yesterday out of exhaustion, apparently. That's all it was, so she should be okay. Bobbed head, horned head. Oh, hell, your benevolence. Again, I don't know why they ever go question mark whenever it's so obvious who they are. Like some kind of like vague statement like, hey, like, okay, I understand being question marks for that, but when they literally say barbed head, horned head, who else would it be? Like, honestly, the queen? Why would the queen be in here? Princess Rafa, you were really impressive in there.
I am the royal priestess Rafa Padma Khura'in. And I am prepared to face my father's death.
Yeah, that was some good stuff, though. Despite your mother's opposition, you stood your ground. And in doing so, you fulfilled your duty as the royal priestess. It was all thanks to you and your friends. Your belief in me gave me courage to follow my path. So, you have my gratitude. Oh, don't mention it. I know, I shall thank you with a gift. What would you like, a cow, a horse? Or perhaps I shall reward your efforts with a royal shoulder massage. Oh, that's okay, benevolence. Your gratitude is more than enough, thanks. But I thought you Americans liked massages. My technique was highly praised by my father, I'll have you know.
Hey, you lawyers, where's the accused?
Huh? Dirk? That's a good question. That's... what do you do?
I blew it big time, AJ.
That's...
Shut up, you!
What's going on?
The scoundrel tried to escape with the accused.
What?
We were able to nab him, but the accused is nowhere to be found. Where are you hiding him, you miscreant? I keep telling you, I got nowhere but... I don't...
Excuse me.
I got no idea where he went. I mean, yeah, we booked it together, but lost track of him after that.
So, Dirk's on the lam now?
Probably, but who knows? He vanished in the blink of an eye.
Vanished?
You want to know something, AJ? Dirk said to me, I can't put Amara in danger. I have to set her free before it's too late.
What? Don't tell me he's gone to rescue her.
But that's what I'm telling you. It's why I helped him escape in the first place.
Daz, you realize what you've done? Well, what's done is done. Still, why'd he choose to go rescue her now?
Maybe he didn't want to die with any regrets or something. You know, just in case he ended up on the chopping block.
Why, Dirk? I thought you believed in me.
Don't be like that, AJ. He'll be back as soon as he frees Amara. You'll see.
That's not the point, Dats.
Listen, lawyer, you let us know immediately if the accused contacts you. Trial will now resume. See that you are ready.
Wait, the trial's still on even without the defendant?
Those were evidence's orders, so you will return to the courtroom at once.
Let's go, Apollo. All we can do is see where the next testimony leads. Very true, though. Very true. Dirk, what you doing, man? Why you running away like that? May 19th, High Court of Khura'in.
Now then, let us resume the trial at hand. And also order in the court.
Your Majesty, my client seems to have gone missing.
What do you think, Your Eminence? Should we proceed without the accused?
Why not? My royal guard is searching for him as we speak. They shall find him soon enough, for they will not dare to keep me waiting. I mean, how long was he on the run for exactly? Who's to say you couldn't just go on the run again? I mean, honestly.
Yes, but what about the law governing court proceedings?
Then I shall simply revise it. Okie dokie. As ruling sovereign of Khura'in, I proclaim the following. Should the accused be an enemy of the crown, they may be tried in absentia.
Well, in that case, I guess there's no problem with that proceeding.
I swear, like, how can you just make laws like this on the fly like that? This is why monarchies are bad, everyone. This is why monarchies are bad. But, yeah, nah, I'm not gonna get into politics right now. Dot, 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 dot. All I'm gonna say is monarchies are not the best.
Well, the witness, Miss Maya Fey, please approach the stand.
Sorry to summon you like this, Maya. Getting dragged out of bed and into court isn't not exactly a fun wake-up call, Nick. I'm sorry, Miss Fey. It was my idea. Oh my gosh, he doesn't know who Apollo is. What the frick? And you are? Oh, right. I'm Apollo Justice. It's nice to finally meet you. Yeah, they'd never met before now, apparently. Oh, so you're Apollo. Nick's told me all about you. You're the new guy with a loud voice and a bit of an unreliable streak, right? Unreliable streak? What? Unreliable? Well, that was 2 years ago. You've come a long way since. So why was I called here again? Anyway. Am I under arrest again? Oh, jeez, I swear. Huh? I guess no one's filled her in. Well, she has been asleep this entire time. Miss Fey, this is a trial for Dirk Sadmati, and you're here as a witness. What? Dirk's been arrested? But... It's not exactly the reaction I was expecting.
Miss Fey, you are suspected of playing a part in the murder of Justice Minister Inga.
What?
Someone allegedly forced you to channel the minister to obfuscate the time of his murder. At least that is what the defense claims.
Wait, what? How could you, Apollo? How did you even reach that conclusion? Sorry, but it's the only way this whole case makes any sense.
Your understandable anger is at the defense's side. Will you testify, Miss Fey?
Yes, Your Majesty. All right. Witness testimony. Maya looks so sad, I swear. Channeling the minister. I don't have any idea what's going on, but that's the end of my testimony. I know I didn't channel Minister Inga. I didn't even have any chance to do something like that. Besides, I'd never go quietly along with some criminal's plan. Though I guess there are some things I'd go quietly along with. Eh?
It seems the witness doesn't believe she has ever channeled Justice Minister Inga.
And if the words prove to be true, defense, your entire argument becomes moot. You do understand that, don't you? Yes, of course. It doesn't seem like Miss Fey is lying. Apollo. I was being awfully secretive about something just now. I guess I better dig a bit and try to get her to open up to me first. It's bracelet time. Probably. We need some more bracelet action after all. But I think channeling the minister. I don't have any idea what's going on, but I was gonna say, I think if we are gonna have some bracelet action next episode, we'll be having a next episode, of course. That's not what I was actually gonna say. But yeah, if we're gonna be having some bracelet action in the near future, it's probably gonna happen next episode, everyone. So yeah. Let me know what you thought about that. I mean, that seems very plausible to have some spirit channeling going on anyway. Seems very, very plausible indeed. But how are we gonna get how are we gonna get Maya to open up, I wonder? But we'll find out next episode. So until then, everyone, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. Hello, everyone. You've reached the end of this video, but before we go for the day, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to the Tier 4 and 5 channel members, Phoenix Edgeworth, Acheron X2, Menthy, and Meister Papala. Thank you all for being awesome and supporting the channel. If you too would like to also get your name shouted out at the end of each video and live stream, shoutouts are available for all Tier 4 and 5 channel members. I hope you all have an awesome day. I'll see you all later.